And welcome everybody back to the show. I hope everybody enjoyed Monday's episode with the NFL kickoff special. That was a fun one. We got some good feedback on that one. I'm glad the people that did reach back out to me. I'm glad that they enjoyed that. And like I said, we're going to be doing some more football and sports specials in the future. But today's episode, we're going to direct our attention back to music. We're going to get back into the thick of things. I'd given you the episode with Burn the Wagon. I'd given you the NFL special on the last episode, but this one right around, we are going to get back into music with a hip-hop edition, just back to the roots of Hot 16's. And today's guest is actually one of the only sponsored artists on Hot 16's platform. The only one that I've even been able to say even deserves to even have that right on Hot 16's right now, because what I've seen is good, but I know there's better. So please, when you're trying to show me something, make sure it's your best, because I do not have time for bullshit. But without further ado, my guest today is our sponsored artist up on the Hot 16's platform, MERCUTIO X. He is here with us. We're recording live. And go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Well, thank you for having me. It's always wonderful to be on Hot 16's. My name is MERCUTIO X. I'm an artist out of the IE, the Inland Empire, for people who aren't around. That's SoCal. Mm-hmm. And I've been rapping since I was like 14, but in terms of putting things out on like real streaming besides like SoundCloud, I haven't really done that. So I feel like I've just been really focusing these past couple years to get my craft together.
Yeah.
And get my body of work there so that I could really deliver a classic album for y'all. So
like essentially just finding like who you are as an artist.
Yeah, because when you first start out, you copy different artists to an extent, you know what I mean? And
like
now,
you want to try and be like your inspirations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm at a point where I can consciously copy an artist and my shit will be so different from that, like unrecognizable, because I'm just like looking at how they made their sauce, and I just add some of that to my recipe. You feel me?
Yes, definitely. I mean, having sauce and being the boss is one thing, but being able to deliver that sauce is a whole nother level. Yeah, MERCUTIO. We were able to link up with him a few months ago. We met him at an open mic night, and just ever since then, it's been chemistry. We actually got a couple songs that we've done together. We've performed before, and he's actually, you got a show coming up here tomorrow. On the 8th. So if you want to tell everybody about that, about your show out there, well, where's it at again?
So my show is it's at Slow Brew Rock in San Luis Obispo.
Yeah.
And it'll be it's like $12. The tickets are they're in my bio on Instagram. It's so hard, the number 2 tell. The tickets are in my bio. It's like $12, but it's gonna be a crazy lineup. We're opening for a band called World Sauce. So there's like a whole real band. Plus we have the whole team from the Green Room, which are the guys that I've been working with, as well as a kind of a super group called Orcut Hill, and they're all really great people and make great music. So we're opening for them. We have a whole hour. It's going to be stuff that y'all have never heard before, a bunch of different artists. It'll be stuff from the album that we're going to drop in October. It's going to be crazy, bro.
Yeah, no, and with that, when you say like a super group, is that kind of when could you not compare them to the style, but like say Living Legends, like it's a certain amount of people in the group that make it a super group, or what's the definition of a super group?
So for me, a super group is like, it is a large amount of people. It's like 8 or 9 dudes, I think, but they make a bunch of different types of music. Okay. So it's, and I don't want to say Brockhampton because it's not like that. It's like very different in terms of like one dude kind of has like, he has his own sauce, but it kind of sounds like some Lil Peep type stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like one dude has like he's got like really chill flows with like intricate raps, and like everybody kind of comes in from a different place. Like I think I was talking to one dude and he makes like EDM. So they're all on different, like, it's a
Okay.
super group. Like, they hit all the genres. Like, they're just missing the jazz, nigga. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, hey, so if there's any jazz guys out
they
there,
hard though. Orcut Hill. Shout out all of them. They're great.
Yeah, so Mercutio, yeah, he's got a show. He's got a show on the 8th coming up here. He's actually pretty much. I'm catching him at a good time because he's getting ready. He's been doing his set, been getting ready for that show. And so you say you got an album. You got an album dropping in October. Do you have any singles or do you have like anything out for that project right now that the audience could go and check out, like on Spotify or Apple Music?
Yes, I do. So the album that's dropping in October will be my first real album on streaming, and it's going to be a duo album. It's already recorded, it's mixed, it's ready to go, and we're dropping it on the 15th of October.
Nice. So you have a date now.
Yeah, so we're dropping on the 15th. We already have a single out right now. It's called The Chamber, and it's going to be under Garrig Niffin and Mercutio X. It's kind of like some Wu-Tang. Like, I feel like if you really like real rap, you feel me? Like, you just want to hear bar spitters. You're not necessarily trying to hear like, you know, you're not trying to catch a vibe. You want to listen to some rappers.
Yeah.
You feel me? Then you're gonna like this project.
Definitely.
And Garrig he's a great rapper, and he's a great dude. You know, so I've had a wonderful time working with him and his whole team of producers and engineers and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
So with that being said, with your guys' album, it's a duo album. How many tracks are you guys gonna have on that?
we have 10 tracks.
10 tracks. And was that all done, like, what was the vision there? What was the atmosphere like going into, like, recording that album? Like, how long did it take you? Was it, like, drummed up, like, over a course of time? Did you guys crush it in one session, a couple days? How did you guys make this thing?
So we met off of an Instagram challenge, like a competition. We were both rapping on, and the producer reposted us both on his page. And so I followed Garrett because he's just a good rapper, and he followed me back. And we had a couple collabs that were done because he lives in San Luis Obispo and I live in Southern California. So we had a couple collabs that were done through email and stuff like that. And then I would say we had 2 to 3 songs done like that. And then I went up to Slow, like made the plans and recorded maybe a couple more songs. So I think we recorded 5 separately, but it was like 2 to 3 songs. And then I recorded like a couple quick verses and shit before I drove up, but that was knowing I was going to go up. And then in a series of 2 to 3 days, we busted it out in some studio sessions. You know, we were there all day pretty much. I mean, like,
yeah.
And the whole team, like the Orcut Hill team came through.
So pretty much
a lot of cool dudes.
Everybody that's going to be at the set or pretty much at the show on the 8th. And so it's at the San Luis Obispo Brewing Company, right?
The Brew Rock. Yeah.
The Brew Rock. So just so you know, it's going to be at the Brew Rock out there in Slow. So everybody that I guess
had a hand in the album will be there at the show, will be performing, or will be there to support.
So how much of the album are you guys going to give to the audience on Thursday?
I want to say, like, almost half.
Half, okay.
Almost half of the album.
Yeah.
It'll be the single, The Chamber, that's out right now. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music. That single's already out, so we'll give them that one. And then I know for sure I can think of 3 more tracks.
Yeah.
That are from the album, and we might have one more. But you will hear also tracks from my solo album, which doesn't have a release date yet, but it'll come out after October. I'm getting it finished up.
Kind of giving everybody a precursor. But, I mean, you got to show, you got to perform. So if you got songs in the vault, I mean, you might as well do it. Like, shit, just before we got on, I just showed you one I was working on.
Yeah, and it was good, too.
I mean, we're all working on stuff. I mean, you know, we all got stuff in the works. Like, you know, we don't just pull these things out of our ass. But... you know, so I mean, like, shit, man, like, it's just like most work I see. I feel like we even talked about it, man, like, shout out Beyonce, but man, that new Beyonce album, I can't.
You know what?
I can't.
It has good transitions, but for me, I understand that she's moving into house. So I feel like if you fuck with house and she has a beautiful voice, that's your vibe. But it's like, for me, I'm like very much like, your shit's in a box to the left, Beyonce. You know, like that's my Beyonce. You feel me? Or like some like Jennifer Hudson vibes, bro. Like I'm trying to get like that's where I want my R&B.
To the left.
Didn't Drake drop some fucking house song or some bullshit?
But you know what? That whole album got revived by that Jimmy Cooks track with 21 Savage.
Oh yeah.
That's all. I love Drake. Drake go hard as fuck.
I do love Drake. I used to be a huge Drake stan.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only way that album got saved, in my opinion, was that,
21 Savage is underrated. He's so underrated because he's just gotten better. Since No Heart, he's just been like getting... Because he was good with No Heart, but he's just improving. And I don't think he gets the clout like rich nigga shit.
Yeah. He had that It's an album, right? It's an album. 21. So he had a song on there, and it was like... Oh, he had a bar on there, and that's when I knew I was a 21 Savage fan. He's like, bitch, I'm popping Percocet, nah, Advil.
That's hard.
And I just was like...
That's hard.
Right?
Like healthy habits.
Yeah, like...
That's why I like Larry June. That's why Larry June's one of my favorites, because he's like, oh, I just gave my son some snacks. Like, you niggas broke. Your priorities fucked up. Like, she had a drug problem. Couldn't fuck with that. I was like, all right.
Yeah, but that's like right now I've been listening to, because I got revamped, because when I did a couple episodes ago, I did an episode with Burning Wagon, and we were talking about La Russell out of Vallejo.
Yeah.
And I just been getting more in depth with La Russell, and he's got a bar in there on a song. He's like, yo, I've been hearing that your name fucked up. How could you go to sleep with your name fucked up? It's like, that's hard. Like, straight up. Like, bro,
because that's just some real shit.
Like, that's the type of music I'm at now. Like, Larry June, La Russell, you, Gehrig, like, all my homies that I've been meeting. Like, trust me, we all, like, there is a time and place now, I've learned. Before, I didn't care if there was a time and place for that, like, ratchet turn up. I was like, 7 in the morning, Little Uzi Vert. All right, let's get it. Like, you know, like, or some, like, something just intense. But, you know, that's the type of shit I be going for. You know, it's just like that, it's like melodic, like, it's
melodic, and they just say real shit. Like, yeah, like, I love, like, sometimes when niggas don't even rhyme, they just give you information, and you like, oh, that's good info.
That's like, no, that's E40. That's E40. My favorite E40 bar is, I got it tatted on my arm. I am to rap what Ron Jeremy is to porn. I was like, okay. My best one I learned, it was Sharp on All Four Corners. It was an album he had. It was like, when you pull up to the light, give yourself 6 feet and an ounce of space. Because think about it.
Yeah, no, because someone might run up on you.
You don't want to be riding someone's ass, and that's just in terms of driving. Him telling you, like, don't fucking ride on someone's ass, too. But then it falls back on 40, where his lines, bro, me and one of my buddies, we had a conversation, like, where the fuck, how does his brain, like, one bar, every day I'll be walking on the block, I'll be looking over my clavicle. Like, wait, like, not your collarbone, not your shoulder, your damn clavicle. Like, the man is calling the bone by its scientific name. Like, what is he, in the kitchen?
Well, he's a scholar. I think that people underestimate how much, like, intelligence it takes to write good raps.
You have to be a
wordsmith.
Yeah, you got to be good with words. You got to be good just all around, man. I mean, like, shit, some of the shit that people say these days is that there's some good bars out there. Like, I sent you that one bar, and I was all like, what did I say? I was like, I told my homies, fuck the perks. The only 30s on my back, Stephen Curry.
Oh, yeah, you told me that one.
So, you know, we out here
I'm trying to think of my favorite bars now.
Yeah,
we're on the topic.
Yeah, now we're talking about favorite bars over here. So, let's see. Mercutio, let's give the audience, what are some of your favorite... Give me your favorite rap bar of all time, and then give me one of your favorite bars that you've written.
That's a good one. Let me think.
Yeah.
Man, there's been so many crazy rap bars. You know what? I might have it. I think I have it written down on my phone, so I'm going to pull it up.
Yeah, go for it.
So one of my most influential rappers who was like the GOAT was Charles Hamilton. Like, when I first started rapping in middle school, it was because he inspired me, and he just on another level, like,
of lyricism.
Yeah, like, he's just fucking crazy. Like, so let me find this shit. Like, he's fucking crazy with a pen, dude.
Yes, sir. Let's see what he can drum up here. Yeah, but without further ado, though, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in today. We're having a good time so far with the show. I hope everyone so far is enjoying everything that we're putting out for y'all. You know, we're going to keep releasing this content and get you those episodes 3 days a week. Let's go.
All right, I got it. So, on Convinced Indecision by Charles Hamilton, he spits this crazy ass, like, it's just crazy.
So just so the audience knows, this is going to be Mercutio's favorite bar of all time from Charles Hamilton. Go ahead and spit that.
So it's a long one, but back when I wasn't getting no ass, I was suicidal. Now I'm a music idol, cause music's idle. So every wrist slash was either from depression or my inability to get ass and make quick cash. I licked the blood off the blade, virgin blood, what the fuck I'ma say? So when I say I'm a virgin, you know what it's meant to me. With that said, you took my virginity.
Bars.
That blew my mind. That blew my mind the first time I heard it, bro.
That right there, that's the difference between lyricism and habada.
That was, and there's time for that too.
There is time for
habada. But yeah, no, it's just artistry. You feel me? Like he had definitely. All of that. It tied together. It flowed. It rhymed, and then by the end, it put the final line, put it all in perspective.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's just, he's one of my favorites for sure.
Definitely. That's dope, man. I'm glad that you were able to share that. So really quick, though, are you able to share maybe one of your favorite bars right now that you got out? Because I can tell you this. I'm going to tell the crowd my favorite Mercutio X bar. And we were just talking before we got on. We were talking about SpongeBob. And in the chamber, he's got a bar. He's like, I'm a real rapper. All you doodle bobs can scribble on. Like, come on now. Like, that just, it's one of those bars where you do sit back. You're like, oh, fuck, dude, come on. Yeah, there we go. You know, it's just like facts. It's just straight facts. So that's what I got. That's one of my favorites by him is, I'm a real rapper. All your doodle bobs can scribble on. But what's your favorite from your own catalog?
I would say, honestly, eating pussy at the bar, I need a liquor license. Because that's one line, nigga. You just
that's heard
one
that.
line, nigga. That's better than the discography,
I'm eating pussy at the bar, I need a liquor license.
Woo! That shit made me laugh so hard.
Just wait till we start firing off these Hot 16 ciphers on YouTube. Y'all ain't even ready.
That would be cool.
Well, that's because what I was thinking with the song I was showing you, because it's got just like the way the beat is and the way the beat's like layered down and laid out. Like, I was like, damn, like I could really start doing something here where I could get these beats and buy these beats and like just start getting all these really hard ass rappers and then like fucking beat.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I still go back and watch like the old Raw ciphers. I don't know if you ever saw those.
Yeah, my favorite one's the one with Currency and Burner.
I have seen that one.
And they're by the pool. Yeah, that's one of my favorite Raw ciphers.
I think my favorite one is with Asher Roth.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because honestly, Asher Roth he kind of good. I was like, oh shit. He has one song called like Tangerine Girl or some shit. That shit's fire.
You ever listen to any of the Funk Volume ciphers?
I've heard a couple of them. You want to name some of the artists?
Well, my favorite one is when the team was really pumping, and it was Dizzy Wright, Hobson, Jaron Benton.
Yeah, I heard that one.
And but it was funny because they're in a laundry room in a hotel, and Jaron Benton starts off his verse like, "Yeah, I got a load of laundry in this motherfucker." Yeah, and the crazy thing too is like what I found out, like songs like that, like that's what I'm trying to go for. Like, I like the setting of, like, going to that studio and doing all that and, like, sitting down and taking time to, like, make a song and make it beautiful. But I feel like when people do that, like, they don't get the expectation they wanted. And, like, those type of songs are things like that are just, like, quick. And you don't put... Those are the ones that make it. Like, did you ever hear the story about Logic and that 1-800 song?
Yeah, I know that blew him up.
You know who he wrote that song for?
Who?
The Chainsmokers. And they said, nah, man... It's a little too deep.
That's wild.
And he took it right after they said that, and he did it, recorded it, and messed around with it, and released it. It ended up being the biggest song of his career.
Well, also, he's one of the only people who dropped a song talking about that kind of stuff, too. You know?
Yeah, and being like, yeah, you can get help. Like, don't be afraid to get help. Like, and that's another thing. It's okay to have a counselor and to get help. Get some help.
Yeah, it really is. And talk to your homies, man.
Yeah, and if you
really
ain't got
talk to your friends. If you don't have homies, go make some.
Well, not even that. If you don't got homies or you got a group of friends that aren't willing to at least sit down with you every now and then and talk about some real shit, they ain't your homies.
Yeah.
They ain't your homies. Now that we need each other more than ever. And if they're there to make you feel bad or make you feel worse or bring you down, you need to distance yourself from them to put yourself in a better mindset, because you ain't going to prosper if you have, a bunch of fireflies that are burning out. So, yeah. But we out here, though. We having fun. That was a good little one right there. You give me some bars out there, some topics out there.
What are your favorite rap bars? What's your favorite rap bar of all time?
My favorite rap bar of all time? It's going to have to be E40.
Yeah, I was like, it's either E40 or Mac Dre.
Well, you know what? I'm going to do two. I'm going to give you an E40 and a Mac Dre. So my favorite E40 one, it's I forget the name of the song, but it was like, E40, if you see me in a fight with a bear, don't help me, help the bear.
Nigga, that was mystical.
Nah, it's E40.
Did E40 say that too?
90s, bro.
Damn,
Mystical ripped off.
He was like, help the bear.
No, E40's got a bar.
Okay, so E40 said that
on
first?
an album of the Blueprint of Charlie Hustle, a self-made millionaire, like 1997.
Word.
And he's sitting in like a Chevy Astro van, one of those vans with the shag rug in the back with the seats and the fucking bar and shit. Yeah, real pimp shit right there.
That's hard. I never seen a black dude in an Astro though. That's hard.
Vallejo, bro. You get the fucking vans and shit out there, getting hyphy. But that's that's my favorite E40. If you see me in a fight with a bear, don't help me, help the bear. And my favorite Mac Dre line is, of course, was, "What's up, Alice? Come out to my palace. She got the matter, said my name's not Alice. All right, Alice, pick me up from my palace."
That shit's hilarious.
I think I might have said that wrong, so we're going to say that back right again. What is that? Fuck, it was like, oh, I said, "What's up, Alice? Pick me up from my palace. She got the matter, said my name's not Alice. All right, Alice, pick me up from my palace." So, yeah, that's, I mean, E40 and Mac Dre, like, those are two of my really two go-to ones. Another Mac Dre one I'm going to say, though, off his album, Rapper Gone Bad. I'm fabulicious, game nutritious.
That's hard. I'm trying. Sugar Free had one where he was like, "Trump better scat before we grab bag him. On the way over here, I got cut off by a truck with a fuck Trump sticker on the back. I wasn't mad at him." That shit. Sugar Free is so hard to recreate his fucking flows.
Well, it's not even that. Let's go off on topics here. Let's go back and forth. We'll shoot rappers off. Now we just did Sugar Free, so we'll do my favorite Sugar Free bar. Bitches used to call me cornbread because I would smack a hoe and leave her in a jiffy.
That's a...
Like, come on, bro. Like, there's no way hoes used to call you cornbread.
Bro, I love the song where he, like, counts and does the math of how old he is in dog years. And he's like, "I'm 128, nigga." Like, he's just, like, popping off about this shit, but he, like, does the math. He's like, yeah, like, multiply the 7, and, like, it's hilarious, bro.
All right, let's see. Let's do a fun one. What's your favorite? We'll do two more. So we've done E40, we've done Mac Dre, we've done Sugar Free.
We got to do Andre.
Okay, let's do Andre Nicotina. So now we're gonna do the fourth artist, our favorite bar. What's your favorite Andre Nicotina bar?
And honestly, I think Andre with Mac Dre and Andre Nicotina, that song, bro.
The whole song, all the bars in the
that song, not the whole song, but that song is fire.
Wilhelmina, Tina and Shrina got dick by the bay on the Virgin Marina.
Yeah, no, that's a great song. I would say, out of that, honestly, there's a bar where Andre's like, he's like, "Manicured nails on the triple beam scale," and that shit was just hard. It was just a good imagery. He's like, and then also like the key to the city. But they gave me the key to the city, but I'ma still pick the lock.
My favorite bar off that album I think it's I forget what my home. No, Color of the Benz. I think. No. I forget what song it is. That's so bad. But it starts off just like it's the piano. And then first bar, Nicotina. Illegal drugs in the barrel. I'm making noise like slot machines when I clock this cream.
He's so good at pockets.
Yeah, he's
like a goat at pockets.
Yeah, I would say what Mercutio taught me, what we've been doing, is he's been really teaching me how to write those pockets and rap. This guy's really good at it. But give some of his credit to Nicotina. But he made me realize, he's like, bro, you've been listening to Nicotina since you've been 13. Like, you had one of the best pocket writers at your disposal growing up. And I didn't even realize it until I understood what writing pockets and what making music and writing lyrics. And I'd always just been a freestyler, you know?
Yeah.
And so Nicotina, though, I mean, he's got so many, man. That's hard for me, bro.
What we refer to as a pocket is just like a little section of a flow where everything is flowed the same way.
Exactly.
And then also you have to transition between pockets well. And Andre Nicotina goes so crazy with how he like even just Mike Tyson loves custom models. Like, he just makes you want to vibe because he brings you into that space through the recording.
Well, the one is like, don't blink, a cutty just ran a red light, bump a thug life in the night, they call it greedy. Man, he's got some good ones, but let me think. So, did you give Andre Nicotina a bar, or you were talking about Andre and Andre?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like he's a very much like the whole song is fire guy.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean, like that. So it's kind of hard, but
let's see, because that's an album I've actually have bought, so I can reference this one here really quick. Look at right there. I got it. Oh, wait. Doc J's got a bar on this first track. He's just like, I'm at the club chipped up, diamonds in my mouth, collar flipped up on my Levi Strauss. When I leave thy house, boy, I'm always hipped up. Me and Equipto with the bar getting ripped up. That's a pretty hard way to start an album.
That is hard.
But so though, fans, you Beezy. So the album on A Tale of Two Andres was a drummed up. I learned this from watching Nicotina and Fizzler and DJ Vlad. This is my research and these are facts. This came out of Nicotina's mouth. The Tale of Two Andres album was verses that Nicki had that they recorded when Mac Dre was still alive. Yeah. And that they did together, and verses that were gifted to him from other people, and then him buying stuff from Mac Dre's mom. The song You Beezy, that verse was gifted from Equipto. Equipto gave that verse to Nicotina, and that song is actually called In Here. Equipto featuring Mac Dre on an Equipto album back in 2005.
Word.
Like right after Dre died, like it was something they did, and there's studio footage of them recording it, Equipto and Mac Dre, and it's a song called In Here, and it's Equipto, Harm, and Mac Dre, and that was the original verse of that song.
That's crazy.
And then with that one song, Little John, that came out, that verse is Gumbo. That verse is off the Rompulation album that he did for his album when it was the Romp Records.
Yeah.
Crest Side. And so that's where that verse came from the Gumbo, and went on that one with Lil Jon. The more you know. But we're gonna wrap around here. We got one more artist to do, so let's think. Let's think of a good artist that we like, that we know about. I'm gonna think of some corny ass let's see. Let's do You listen to Benny the Butcher, right?
Yeah.
You know some Benny the Butcher bars?
Yeah, Benny's good.
Okay. I'll do it. My favorite Benny the Butcher bar is it's a track it's off one of Burner's new albums, Gotti. It's Pound for Pound. And I'll get that one drummed up here. Benny the Butcher, I actually learned this from Mercutio, that Benny the Butcher is half paralyzed.
No.
Or his face?
No, so Conway the Machine is his cousin. Conway the Machine got shot, and so he has Bell's palsy. So half of his face is paralyzed. And he's my favorite rapper. Conway's the GOAT. And he's just on a different level, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking for my lyrics.
I heard that Benny the Butcher went and punked Freddie Gibbs or some shit and took his chain. Was that true?
So so that may or may not be true. So what happened? And you know what? I will say I don't think Freddie Gibbs got punked because I saw the video, right? Freddie Gibbs is getting jumped by like 10 to 20 dudes and he's standing up the whole time fighting back. Yeah. So they might have snatched his chain. I don't know if they actually did. Honestly, they probably did. But it's like he held his own though. Like he was solid about it. That being said, I feel like that beef between them didn't need to happen because their tracks together are fucking gas. Freddie Gibbs is one of the best in the game. So is Benny. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, bro, because it seemed like Benny seems like he's kind of chill about it. Like, he was chill about it at first. He was just like, just kind of came and went. And then that's how it started. He said it came and went.
I got it mixed up. So it's going to be Conway the Machine.
Yeah.
So that's where I got it mixed up. So one of my favorite Conway lines is going to be like this. Cooking up before school clothes reeking of cane, always keeping 100, you better keep it the same. People will rest in peace. You just a small piece of my chain. Need to refrain from ever speaking my name. Call my shooter Method Man. One call, he bringing the pain.
Damn.
That's my favorite Conway line. And that's on a track called Pound for Pound off Burner's album Gotti. And that's track 8. And that track is featuring Burner, Mozzie, Styles P, Conway the Machine, and Benny the Butcher. And that's the hardest hitting track on that album. Burner, you did amazing job. And that track, too, is produced by Cosmo. Him and Cosmo always be producing stuff for Burner. So, yeah, that was one of my favorite tracks on that Gotti album that he dropped last December. It was a good one. So, it's even crazy, too. He's got, like, John Gotti and, like, some Gotti recordings and shit.
That's pretty hard.
Yeah, it's some gangster, like, mob tie vibe for sure on that album. So, do you have a Conway?
Yeah, I got a Conway bar, but just to finish up on the Benny situation.
Yeah.
So what happened, it seems like Benny in an interview said something along the lines of like, they were like, are you going to do an album with Freddie Gibbs? And Benny was like, oh, it just like the chance kind of came and went. Like he said something, like made a casual comment, but didn't necessarily say that was beef. Freddie was like, keep my name out your mouth, nigga. Like was like, getting mad. So he like went off on Twitter and then that's when they started going back and forth about the shit. And then now we're just I want a duo album, so I'm mad. I'm mad because they fired. But I looked. There's so many good fucking Conway bars because he's so fucking fire. Like honestly, like him and Rock Marcy are like the best rappers, bro. But I would say like off of Oil Money, off of one of his earlier mixtapes.
Yeah.
He's like, niggas that never did nothing for you expect the most. I'm still at it, even though I stress the most. Just to see my clan with the W, meth and ghosts. These niggas dumb, deaf, and broke. I'm on the road to riches. I hold my exit close.
Ooh!
That shit's crazy.
Ooh!
That's crazy.
As Afro Man would say.
Oh, I fucking love Afro Man.
Oh, man, we forgot about Ooh.
My name is Afro Man. I live in the back of a Chevrolet van. Every night, I'm somewhere new, smoking weed, drinking brew. No, that's, you know what? That's how you know you're at the right type of white people party is if they put on crazy rap and everyone starts rapping it. That's how you're like, I'm safe. You know, like.
Yeah. If they put on Colt 45, 2 zigzags, and you at a white party.
That's all you need. And everybody starts jamming, you like,
Hey, that's coming from a black man. So just to let y'all know, if you put on crazy rap,
we
put on Colt 45 by Afro Man, just know you just made that man feel safe. All right, you heard.
Afro Man was one of my goats. Like same thing.
You know what's crazy about Afro Man? I've told people this story, but Afro Man, that was Colt 45. Legit was one of the first rap songs I ever heard. I know that's fucked up to say. I was 6 years old listening to that, and it goes like this. So my buddy, we'll call him Superstar. Shout out Superstar. You know who you are. he would steal his sister's iPod, and I'm talking a classic, bro. The one that was this thick, 120 gigabytes. And we had this field trip, and we used to go to this thing called Blair Day. When we were younger, it was like an end-of-the-year thing. Kindergarten through 8th grade, we'd go to the park where we'd live in Mendo, and we would all do all these activities. You'd rotate. You'd have a certain time frame, do all these crazy things, whatever. And on the way to the bus, or the bus ride there, it was like a 30-minute bus ride, like 35-minute bus ride to this park. So we were in the back of the bus, and so our friend Elliot, he had this iPod, and we would all take turns, and he kept showing us this one song, and it was Colt 45 by Afro Man, and I didn't even know who Afro Man was, but it was like a testament of time. I swear to God, bro, after like first grade and we heard that, like you being able to reiterate Crazy Rap Colt 45 when you were like 7 or 8, it like set your place in your class. Okay, I went to a school that had like 20 kids in every class, right? And you know, if you knew that crazy rap, like they would test you on it. Like, oh, you don't even know Colt 45 crazy rap. And it's like, like, you know, and then you have some 8-year-old in line waiting to get their fucking PB&J for the 3rd time that week. And they're all sitting there like, Colt 45, 2 zigzags. And you're just like, what? Right? And then you're still trying to figure out what the hell a zigzag and a Colt 45 is, and you're 8 years old, like, all right. Yeah, that crazy rap, though, man. Shout out Afro Man. That man out there. You see what happened to him? On the gram? He got, like, wrongfully, like, someone called something in. I don't know the full story about it, but it's something we could talk about. We're on the music podcast.
Yeah, what happened?
Pretty much Afro Man got his door kicked in by, he lives out in the Midwest, Ohio, or somewhere out there. I don't know where he lives exactly, but police like entered his house, and someone said he had a vape or something that was like whatchamacallit. You probably could find it on his Instagram. It's going to be your best.
It's on his Instagram?
Yeah, so go to his IG, and he's got a bunch of videos posted, and he's explaining it. But they came in. Yeah, see, look at all this stuff right here. Sorry, I don't mean to get into your space, but where's that? Oh, right here. So they came into his house, and he had a vape, and someone drove by thinking he had a bomb or like a gun or some shit. And so they called the cops, and he's a black man out in a pretty white predominant part of the United States. And so the fucking...
They just go through all of his shit.
They stole his money. They were smelling all his jackets from all his shows. It smelled like weed. And they were going after him. It's fucked up, dude. Like, going after, like, you know, Afro Man, like, had a run-in with the IRS and then fixed his shit. Now he's doing, and I support it. I love Afro Man. He's great. I've been listening to him literally since I was 6. I'm 26 now. I've been listening to him for 20 goddamn years, and they're fucking with Afro Man. Leave Afro Man alone. What the hell Afro Man do? All he wants to do is get high. La da 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 da. Afro Man was gonna clean his room, but then he got high. Ooh. Man, that's someone I gotta try and get on this show. Yeah. If a feature, I don't know if it's true, but he was advertising verses for like $1,000 last year, man. You get a verse from Afro Man for like $1,000. And how he says he's the most hungry, hustling American dream, Afro Man.
Hey, bro, you get hella verses. Because that's the thing. It's like, if your shit's like 5 to 10, like, obviously if you're worth it, whatever, you know. But it's like, how many sales are you finna get? Yeah, like Afro Man's got such a name for himself. Yeah. $1,000. Oh wow, I can get on his track with
like
Afro. You could save up, you know what I mean? Like,
and
you
could
save up and get a track.
Yeah. You know,
that's hard. I fuck with Afro Man.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of good bangers out there. But yeah, man, we're out here, we're doing this thing. But one thing I do like to do, and what I have been doing, and we're gonna do, and try and really, it's like concrete. I've asked this. I think I've asked it with one of my guests prior, but I'm gonna ask you, because we're getting on here, closing in on our hour. We've got about 20 minutes left in the show today. I gotta ask you who your top 5 artists are right now. Not all time. We're not doing it all time because there's a lot of criticism and a lot of words that don't need to be said from those lists. So we're just gonna be saying top 5 right now. I repeat, top 5. So Mercutio is gonna give us his top 5. If he does have a top 5, if he wants to disclose it out to the Hot 16's audience today.
So I would say off top, Foreign Beggars. They're a British group, and specifically they have an album called Bukkake Ski Trip, and it's one of my favorite albums. One of the best albums I ever heard. I love it. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I love them. Also, Black Samurai is like, they're also a British group from like '99. That's the albums that I've been listening to, and they're kind of like the British version of Wu-Tang, or the British version of like Grave Diggers, if you're familiar with the Grave Diggers.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just fire. Like, they're on a different level. Honestly, I've been listening to a lot of just like music that I make and music that like my associates and like the people I work with make. So it's like, just as a third in a category, I would say like the music I make and the music my homies make. You feel me? Like, that's mainly what I listen to. Like, I'm looking through my most listened.
Yeah, there you go.
It's all like, it's like almost all homies and instrumentals. And then obviously like, I think Conway's my favorite rapper. And so I would put Conway up there.
Yeah.
And then also like, damn, I'm trying to think who else I've really been, because there's like a few different cats. But honestly, the one that's sticking in my head is El Camino. I don't know. Have you heard of him?
No, I haven't.
So
it sounds familiar. I mean, I've driven in an El Camino.
He works with the Griselda team and shit. Like, so he has songs with Benny and Conway and Westside Gun and all that. Like, but he's really good. Like, he's just already really good, and he's around our age and shit. So I just imagine by the time that he's older. By the time that he's old, you know, by the time he's in his 40s, he's going to be on a different level completely, because he's really good. And what I love about his pen game is like the hooks. Like, he's very melodic. He's very melodic, and he just be saying real shit, like talking about how he's on house arrest, and like he'll have some emotional songs, but he'll have some like you know, like hood rat songs. Like, he just on some shit. Like, I really fuck with him.
Definitely. Yeah, man, I'm always trying to find new people. Like, LaRussell really has been my new guy. Like, that's what I was telling you earlier. He's got a lot of things. And the thing that's crazy about that one song I shared the bar with, bro, he recorded that shit in a backyard. Like, on a deck. Like, it's live. You can watch each song on YouTube. Like, it's a live recorded EP that he made, like, in a backyard, bro.
That's wild.
And it's hard. Every song's hard, you know? So that's the thing, too, with LaRussell that I actually like, because, you know, kind of about me and my style is I don't really be going for too many ad-libs. You don't use ad-libs, and I like that. It's just, I
like some funny ad-libs.
Like, yeah, there's some points, there's songs that could use them, but then there's certain songs that, Like, I've been really fucking with Mike Sherm and LaRussell. They don't really fuck with too many ad-libs. It's just really hard spitting bars where they don't need an ad-lib. Like, their bar is so hard, they don't need an ad-lib to justify it.
Word.
Kind of thing. You know, I don't know if that makes sense to me. Or you, or anybody, for that matter.
No, it makes
sense. Yeah, we out here, though. We out here throwing it down. We got NFL kickoff coming up. We got fucking first week of the NFL. We got Mercutio show. We got his album dropping, coming out in October. Got a bunch of stuff coming up, and a lot of things that are getting in tune. We're also doing a lot of big stuff. The show is now on a steady rock and roll kind of like pace, and just stay tuned. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, really, like, our content's going to get better. The show's going to get bigger. It's going to get better. I've already been talking about doing, like, you know, like, hopefully hosting some shows eventually and finding the space to have Hot 16 events. I want to be doing ciphers, and I've also been thinking about hosting with MW2 coming out. I'm thinking about doing some Call of Duty tournaments. Word. Hot 16 tournaments. Some console, though. I ain't fuck with no PC. I play these games, and you can hack, you know, like, I'm not gonna, you know, shadow ban y'all like that, but unfortunately, like, I will probably do a PC tournament, but only for PC players, so it's PC versus PC. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of things. No, because dude, I need your scams. I need, you know, like,
no, I feel you.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a buy-in. You know, it'd be like a $250 buy-in. Do like 32 people on each side. Make it a big tournament, you know, and like $2,500 to the winner. You know, like make it fun, make it so people want to come back, talk to some vendors, get some food trucks out there.
Yeah, no, I love video games.
Yeah,
too.
and I want to think of other things other than Call of Duty too, like other games, because I know there's other people that are really into other games other than that. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the works coming out. We finally got the podcast posting, the Instagram is popping, the socials are popping, we're getting out to shows. Like it's been a good summer, man. It's been a good summer. Now we're going into fall. We got holiday season, so you guys are going to be getting your holiday specials. You're going to be specials. So that's where I'm going to fill in space too. I'm going to try and do some swing arounds where I want to do like groups and stuff like that. But yeah, without further ado, though, Jaden, is there anybody that you want to shout out? Is there anybody that you want to give some credit to, or anybody that you want the Hot 16's audience to like be on the lookout for?
So I've been working with Garrick Niffin. Obviously, we have our duo album, but we also just got a lot of other stuff that we've been working on too. And so I want to shout out Garrick. I want to shout out from the Orcutt Hill team. I was like, am I gonna say O Hill or Orcutt Hill? Mm-hmm. But yeah, so for the whole O Hill team, like they're just all dope. I have a song with Kid Jordy. I have a song with Yama. I'm working on getting a song. I'm working on getting a song with every one of them. You feel me? Like I'm hoping I can maybe do a project with them. Like, yeah. So I just want to shout out like all of those cats that I've been working with. Plus, I got some homies out here from the IE. It's like there's so much. And there's so much love, bro.
You're on an album coming out too with a feature with Personal, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm about to shout them out right now too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I've been working with some great IE artists as well as just hanging out and performing with them and going to see their shows and stuff. Mm-hmm. So like, Nashawn, he's a wonderful producer. Plus, he makes his own shit and he makes bangers. And if you ever see him perform, like, he's on a different level when it comes to energy. He's what I'm aspiring to, like, just he's something else, you feel me? And I fuck with him really hard. I have a couple tracks that are going to be on my solo album that he produced. I have some tracks with Diesel, right? I really fuck with Diesel and Personal. I have a couple tracks with Personal
and
too.
We're going to be having on our next episode, we're going to be having Personal out, so make sure you stay tuned for the episode coming out after this one, episode 7 with Personal. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, and Personal's a cool dude. It's crazy because he's like a kind of buff dude and like very like, I don't know, like mature looking dude. He only like 25, man.
I know he's younger.
I was like, how?
He's younger than me. I know. It's crazy.
But he's a great rapper. So I got a couple songs with him. I
got a couple of his songs saved up in my Spotify. I'm working on something right now. You're on it. You and Garrick both. It's called the Homies Playlist.
Word.
I'm doing a thing. It's called the Hot 16's Homies Playlist. I'm gonna be dropping that on the Spotify. So y'all can stay in tune and up to date with all the people I bring on. So I'm gonna like your guys. Yeah, it's just an idea that I've had, but like I said, I haven't had enough structure yet, and so like I always like want to have the people I put on. I want access. I want my audience to have access to y'all's stuff. So I'm gonna be drumming that up together. I got
honestly that's a good idea.
Little thing called the Hot 16's Homies Playlist, and it's gonna have you, Kudzi, Personal. You just like all the homies that I've met. I'm gonna frolic through all your albums and pick my favorites.
Got you.
The kind of thing. And be like, these are the tracks I'm listening to from my friends, and then you'd be like, oh, okay, that's PvP's vibe. That's pimpin', been pimpin', been pimpin'. Yeah, I heard.
So shout out to all those cats. Personal is spelled Persinal.
Yeah.
Diesel's like DZYL or some shit.
It's like DY.
I'm gonna look at it so I don't mess it up because that's the homie.
There's like a 5 and 1 in there or some shit. There's numbers. it's like
he's dope. He's dope. I just can't spell his name off top.
I mean, I just say when I think Diesel, when I look at him.
No, I was right. Yeah. It's DZYL. Yeah, Diesel 5K1.
He reminds me of a diesel truck. Man, he just
goes hard. That's why.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like when you see him perform, because he's grown too. Like when you see him perform, you're like, damn, like this is a man who puts energy and puts time into every performance. Yeah, he goes off. He'll be
sings.
belting. You feel me? So and I love seeing him perform. I even drove out all the way from the damn coast to San Bernardino and shit just to watch him perform because that's the homie. I want to shout out like Tangent Twiggy. You seen him?
He followed me. He was fucking. He saw my
video.
He's
good, bro.
He was fucking. He commented and messaged
like, "Don't spark the blind without me."
He's like, dude. He's like,
that shit is fire.
He's funny. No, he hit me up.
No, he's a really cool dude. I've had some conversations with him.
Yeah, it's all love there, and also too, shout out Game. You guys,
just up your game. That's Game is spelled GAIM. They're on Instagram. Yeah, their whole team is really cool.
Yeah, definitely. They've been definitely letting me and Mercutio go out and do our thing and spit our spiel. We actually both hopped up on stage a couple months ago together, and we debuted one of my track that he's on called What I'm About. I'm going to be having that drop soon once I get all my shit in line and figure out how to do all that. But yeah, man, we're out here, and you guys just got the full experience with the Hot 16's artist, Mercutio X, sponsored, going out to fucking San Luis Obispo. He's going to be heading out soon. He's going to be doing his thing. He's going to go out and absolutely lyrically eat every rapper alive out there, aside from Garrig and his crew, because they're all on the same playing field. But all y'all better watch the fuck out on Mamas.
Yeah, you know what? That's what's funny, because it's like with hip hop, I think I'm the best. Why? Because I'm me. I'm trying to work. You have to think that you have to either think you're the best or be working to be the best. But at the same time, when I'm with the homies, it's all love. It's all about supporting each other. You know, it's like a healthy competition. You know, like you want to be the best, but at the same time, you're not pulling anyone down or putting anyone down to be the best. It's like you're trying to help them get better, so that inspires you to get better. Mm-hmm. Because it's like that's just the natural, fair competition. You know, that's and I will say, like working with Garrig, that brings out my best pen game. You know, like working with different artists just brings me out. That's
you too. Like I remember I was even telling Leah this before I fucking came over here. Mm-hmm. Fucking you were mentioning some stuff about a ex individual and just about writing, like, you know, like you inspire me, because when I put beats on, or you and me are in the same recording room, you're constantly already writing. As soon as the shit comes on, and then you're like, "Oh, you writing? Are you writing? Oh, you write that down."
Yeah.
And then I'll be spitting, but I don't have my phone or a pen or a pad in my hand. You inspire me just like that, where it's like you got to encourage each other. Like, damn, this guy's really trying to be the best. And if I want to be the best, I can't let him be the best, so I have to be the best.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's no hate, you know?
But it's no hate.
It's all love.
Exactly.
It's
love. You have your friends around be like, well, my buddy ain't going to be better than me.
Right.
Fuck that. Like, nah, man.
Right. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Yeah. Get out of here, Otis. Yeah, but we out here, though. We just gave it to you live and raw and rugged. Damn, that sounded
like a porn intro, man. Because they don't know. They can't see what's happening in this room, so there's no way to... We just gave it to you live and raw and rugged.
Back to you, Dan. No, guys, it's been a great time, though, and we're gonna cut you out here. We're gonna ride out into the light or some shit. It's hotter than hell out here, out in Southern California, coming into the end of summer. Guns a-blazing. Today was fun. It was me, your host, AJ Tainer, and Hot 16's sponsored hip-hop guru and mastermind, Mercutio X. Be sure to fucking save the date for October 15th for Lethal Session dropping. And is that dropping on all social or on all streaming platforms?
Yes, it will.
So that's going to be available October 15th on all streaming platforms. It's called Lethal Session, and the single right now, you can hit the link actually in the Hot 16's bio, and we have the single queued up, The Chamber, and that's Garrig and Mercutio X. That's up on YouTube, so I got that one if you guys want to go check that out, along with all our other links to all our social media and the Spotify page here. So, guys, it's been super fun. Thank you for checking in. Be sure to stay tuned. We have episode 7 dropping with Personal. Make sure you be on the lookout for that. We appreciate every single last one of you. We appreciate all the feedback. We appreciate the DMs, the messages, all the constructive criticism, and that's what we need to continue to grow to make this show better. Any final words today, Mercutio?
Just, thank you for sponsoring me. Thank you for having me on. And just, we've been having a good time, And I hope that, the people listening to this shit, they can feel that. We just vibing,
Yeah.
and the shit's just going to keep getting better. We got more projects on the way.
Yes, sir.
We got just a lot of stuff that is moving forward,
Definitely. It's been great. I want to thank you guys again. It's been a pleasure for you giving me about an hour of your time like you do 3 times a week. And stay tuned. Personal and Hot 16's coming up next. Thank you.